Hello everyone. Today I wanted to give back for all your support, and we're going to have a Q&A giveaway. I put up a post on Instagram and all across social media. Some of you have answered. Thank you for submitting your questions. Every one of you is entered for the giveaway. We're going to have a grand prize winner that will win all 4 Matrix films on digital. The second runner-up will win a gift card of their choice for $10 for either PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox Store. Now, if you win, let me know which game console you want, and if the person who wins the grand prize doesn't want the digital code, then there'll be some runner-ups there that I will contact. So, let's get started. First question comes from Dale Neal. Favorite film studio? Great question. As you know, I love anything and everything film. My favorite before it was bought out by Disney was 20th Century Fox. I used to love all their movies, Independence Day, X-Men, so many films from Fox, Predator, Die Hard, Planet of the Apes. I enjoy Universal and Paramount, and even though they've been in a slump lately, I really love Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is my favorite, and it's not just because of the DC films. You have westerns like The Outlaw Josie Wells, Unforgiven. You have stuff like Chinatown. You have the Lethal Weapon films. Oh man, you have Space Jam. So many classics. Under Siege. The Mad Max sequels. Superman, the movie, of course, all the Batmans. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Watchmen. I really love Warner Brothers. They have such a vast catalog. Let's not forget the early Christopher Nolan movies. You have Insomnia. You have Inception, Tenet. There's just so many movies, and ever since I was young onto adulthood, Warner Brothers has been my favorite. Just look at the VHS covers I used to have. Like, it was Warner Brothers and like 20th Century Fox, those two. So it'd definitely be Warner Brothers. Yvonne asks, thoughts on the current fascination with multiverses in movies/television? Yeah, it's a cool concept. You know, comic books have done it, and I love that they're starting to explore that. The only problem I'm having right now is that they're just done for quick cameos. Oh, look, there's this character, there's that character, quick in and out. Or they're going to get too convoluted where they're not going to think it out very clearly from the get-go. And it kind of goes back to the current fascination that studios have with remakes in the past. You know, ever since the recession in the late 2000s, we've had recession-proof films with remakes. But it's like Hollywood, or should I say mainstream Hollywood, because they're still original ideas, they're just not in the mainstream. They're running out of ideas. And instead of remaking stuff, why not just bring stuff back from the past or something familiar? The same way they brought Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. The same way they brought in Charles Xavier with Patrick Stewart back, even though he's played it numerous times. He's brought back just to get killed off in 2 seconds in Doctor Strange. Oh, there's Mr. Fantastic. You know, I'm worried that it's going to have diminishing returns. Now, The Flash, he kind of did that before everyone else did. I mean, they crossed over both Flashes with Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin. So that concept's not entirely new. I think it's a cool way to explore different properties, past and present. As long as it's done with love and it serves the story right, I think it's great. But again, it's always for the money. It's always for a quick cameo or a quick hype, and I just feel like it's going to have diminishing returns. And I think the fascination with it right now kind of goes into the fascination with the past. We want to forget about stuff now. Oh, it's too risky to do a new idea, so let's bring something back, you know. Oh, we can't do a remake entirely, but we can maybe have them in a quick cameo and crossover. Yeah, hype moment for the audience. Ultimately, that's what I feel. But, you know, if it gets any crazier, we're going to have stuff like from Last Action Hero or something, or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which kind of did the whole multiverse thing in a way. But overall, maybe it'll be like Jet Li's The One, who knows. But I think that is the current fascination right now with multiverses, at least from a studio perspective. And yeah, Everybody wants a bit of nostalgia these days. Joshua Drake asks, what are some of your favorite movie posters? Great question, Joshua. Everybody go check out his YouTube channel. He goes over some wonderful reviews. I love a lot of posters. I love the old Drew Struzan posters, you know, like Back to the Future, Big Trouble in Little China. I love some of the original Star Wars posters. I love the Avengers Infinity War poster, the Harry Potter poster. There's a lot of cool posters out there that I love. The Star Trek First Contact poster that's like a lithograph where it has like Patrick Stewart and Data there. That is a cool poster. Other ones would be Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Mission Impossible, Terminator 2. I just love everything movies, and those are just some of the iconic posters that I can think of at this moment. Those are some of my favorites. Oren asks, how about a favorite of a comedic actor turned into a serious dramatic role that surprised you? Fantastic question. The most obvious for me is Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. Now, that's the one that surprised me the most. As far as a movie being like a comedy turned drama, that has to go to What Dreams May Come. That is a depressing movie, but like Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting provided such an amazing performance. Like, you forget that he is the comedic Robin Williams in that. Like, that was such a raw, powerful performance. That scene with him and Matt Damon, not only in The Apology, but the first confrontation where he's talking about the paint and he's just like, you watch it, Chief. Well, it's just amazing. And then the part with like the park bench is just like, you haven't experienced loss. You don't know what it's like to live. I miss him greatly. And that is probably one of my favorite performances. Other than that, another comedic actor that surprised me was Adam Sandler in Spanglish and in Uncut Gems. Another performance I think is highly underrated is George Carlin in Kevin Smith's film Jersey Girl. And then another one that surprised me was Jack Black in the 2005 remake of King Kong, directed by Peter Jackson. Megafilm237 asks, top 3 horror films of all time. Like if you could only watch 3 horror films and no other for the rest of your life. Holy crap, man, that is a hard question. I love horror films. Okay, we'll take a crack at it. First one, even though I love Interview with the Vampire and Fright Night and Bram Stoker's Dracula and the Bela Lugosi Dracula, for vampires, it has to go with The Lost Boys. That has such a high rewatchability factor. Cry Little Sister on there, Lost in the Shadows. I love that movie. That is such a hip, cool 80s film and a great vampire film. It has Jason Patrick. Kiefer Sutherland is a bad guy. Initiation's over, Michael. Time to join the club. Yeah, so I definitely choose Lost Boys. We have to go a little bit Wes Craven here. I would have to choose Nightmare on Elm Street, but not the first, even though the first one's probably the best. And then New Nightmare is a close second. The most rewatchable that I would love is Dream Warriors. Yes, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors would be the second movie I would watch on an island if that was the only other horror film and the only Freddy Krueger film. Because it has like just enough scares like the first two, but it's kind of funny enough without being all the way camp like the other sequels. And then who could forget Dokken? You have Into the Fire and Dream Warriors in one movie. So yeah, I'm going with Dream Warriors. And last but not least, we'll go with some classic Carpenter. Get a little bit of our John Carpenter and kind of like Hitchcockian fix with Halloween from 1978. Yes, the original OG Halloween. That's what I would go with. So Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, and The Lost Boys. Joshua Drake asks again, what is the movie that disappointed you the most? Oh man, aren't they a bunch of them lately? The Star Wars sequel trilogy is up there, especially Last Jedi. Force Awakens I felt was soulless. Terminator Dark Fate really let me down, but as far as like having like the greatest hype for it and just being let down soul shattering, I would have to say Spider-Man 3. Especially when you go back to 2007. I regret buying the posters and t-shirts and merchandise for that film. The video game was better than that film. The first two were just amazing films when I was growing up in my teen years, and I was so happy for Spider-Man 3. And I was kind of in denial. I was like, it wasn't a bad movie. It was okay. And I was just like, something just kept eating away at me after seeing that movie. And I'm like, no, that was a steaming pile of shit. And it breaks my heart because there's some good moments there, but the way they ruin Venom, the way they ruin MJ and Peter Parker's relationships, like everything that happened that was built up in the first two films was just taken a giant dump on in that film. All the way going to like, here's Uncle Ben's real killer. Like, why? And the effects for the budget just, it doesn't hold up as well as the first two. And that was a soul-shattering film. Like, Spider-Man was my favorite superhero under Batman. And after that, Superman took the spot. Like, it took me a while to love Spider-Man again. And I don't think Spider-Man's really recovered from that film. Not fully. He's getting there, but that film really let me down in such a bad way. It just broke my spirit, where I'm like, wow, I don't even want to watch anything Spider-Man after that. Like, it was bad. A close second to that would be the theatrical Justice League. There are moments that I did enjoy in that, moments where I'm like, I can tell there's a better movie somewhere. And especially after seeing the Snyder Cut, that is a bad movie. Those two movies are the films that really disappointed me, where I was looking forward to. Last Jedi's up there, but I thought Last Jedi was a little bit mediocre. Last Jedi has its moments, but Justice League and Spider-Man 3 were just like the moments that just really broke me as a human being, where I was just like, wow. Okay. Joshua asks, have you seen any films by Akira Kurosawa? Yes, I have actually. Not all his films, but I've seen Rashomon, a very cool movie about like different perspectives. Seven Samurai is a classic, and then Yojimbo. Those are the three films I've seen from Akira Kurosawa. Joshua Drake asks, what are some of your favorite time travel films? Ooh, I love time travel movies. Back to the Future trilogy is among one of them. About Time. Wonderful film, wonderful rom-com. Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme, awesome film. Frequency is a really great film with lots of twists and turns. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Face the Music. I love those two movies with Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. 12 Monkeys is another cool time-traveling movie. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, X-Men Days of Future Past, Source Code, Donnie Darko, and Star Trek First Contact is another cool time-traveling movie as well. Fern Flowbot asks, is there a movie you disliked at first but grown to love over time? Oh yes, actually. There is one film in particular I did not like when I first saw it, and I really love it now. It's one of my favorites. Some of it has to do with like initial viewing. Another thing has to do with life experience, because I was like 12 years old when I saw it, and I'm an adult now. I've been through like so many heartbreaks and just different things. But it would have to be Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky is one movie I did not like at first, and I really have grown to love. I even like the original Abre los Ojos even better. This is a revolution of the mind. You can check out my thoughts on this film, but it's a very underrated Tom Cruise movie that I've actually have grown fond of over time, more than I did when I first saw it or when it came out. Like, it's a film that's like aging like a fine wine. It's really a movie for the 21st century, and I think part of it is because it's from the director Jerry Maguire, so everybody was expecting it to be a rom-com. And it's not. It's kind of a modern romance movie, but it's really more of a tragedy, drama, science fiction film. I feel like it was mismarketed. It's better if you look at it as a science fiction movie. Anyway, that does it for the questions. Thank you all who submitted questions. Now we're going to enter your names into a little wheel and see who wins. Okay, here we go. The names. Let's do the giveaway. Daniel Neal. Congratulations, Daniel. Congratulations. Okay, time for round two. Joshua Drake, congrats. I'll contact you. Feel free to comment down below, or contact you on social media via Instagram or Twitter. Just message me and we'll get you those codes. Thank you again, everyone. Anyway, that does it for this Q&A giveaway. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching all these years, all these videos. After 800 videos, I wanted to give back a little, so thank you very much. Even though I just had one subscriber, it would have meant the world to me, and it means the world to me. All of you out there, thank you very much. I deeply appreciate it. If you want to give this a thumbs up, feel free to go ahead. Subscribe for more videos and check out these other videos for more content. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. God bless. Till next time.